Hey, I have, Duncan. I have recovered fully. Um, we are going to record tonight, late, in about 3 hours or so. But I was just tweeting out there that I'm doing the Friday free-for-all. How are you doing? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I need button configuration changing. I wonder, it would be great if I could use this other pad. Or what I'd really like to use is my Wii Classic controller with a dongle that allows me to connect it via USB. But it didn't work on the Genesis simulator I was trying. It would be great if it would just suddenly work here. I doubt it would even start working. Yeah, it looks like the Xbox controller is the only thing that's going to work here. Let me just quit and see if I can. This is a pretty awesome collection so far, though. How's Return to Arkham? Nope. Not working. It's funny, I've got a PS4 controller that I'd rather use almost anything than a 360 controller to play classic games, because the D-pad is terrible and it's just it's just no good playing with the analog stick. It just doesn't seem right. So, but anyway, I can make this a little bit better. I want to make, let's see, so, well, it's a 360 controller. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, but it's the default for controlling stuff on the PC. Any Steam game that has controller support is going to support a 360 controller. So in a way, it's been good because it's helped standardize things, and the PC market definitely needed standardizing in PC gaming. But it's just not the best classic gaming controller. Okay. Just curious. This is kind of a neat thing. All right. So do you have any fond memories of any of these games, Duncan? Play a little bit of Chip and Dale. I could. Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried a PS3 controller, but PS4 controllers are supposed to work right out of the box. And I honestly have no idea what I'm doing wrong. So when Aaron comes over tonight for the podcast, he can help me because he's got it working on his system. I heard that was not so great. Did you find it fun? Yeah, everything I read online says that it's supposed to work out of the box too. So, yeah, if he has discovered some hidden trick, then I will definitely encourage him to post something online. He's also going to get me set up with Amiga Forever tonight, his special rendition of it. So, we're going to be putting out a special video on Amiga Forever, and Aaron has just fallen in love with it. Did you ever play the original? Oh, okay. I think there's a lot of people that, you know, the remake crowd is sometimes hard to please because they want things to be exactly like they used to be. And, I don't know. That's what makes this great, because it is literally exactly what it used to be. Oh, wow. So you were a computer guy up until then, Amiga? Did you take the normal UK route of ZX Spectrum to C64 to Amiga? Oh, the Amstrad, eh? That's a machine that, I mean, if you think that the Amiga is not very well known in the United States, it looks like the NES compared to the Amstrad. I mean, that was a machine that never even got released here in any form. You know, it didn't even have, like, even the Specky had a Timex version that got released. It's actually pretty rare, I think. I dig this music. Yeah, the CPC was huge in France, if I'm not mistaken, and in Germany it was called the Schneider CPC, I think. But to be honest with you, I think that the people at Amstrad, they just saw, you know, that there was a huge potential for growth in Europe, and the U.S. market was pretty well saturated. You got to remember that Atari was a much bigger presence here, being an American company, than it was in the UK, especially for the 8-bit things. I know the ST probably did pretty well over there. And yeah, and I mean, if you're looking at the CPC as primarily a gaming machine, you know, marketing it that way, then yeah, no computer stood a chance against the juggernaut that was Nintendo. Do you still have your CPC? Oh shoot. This is an easy boss and I'm blowing it. Man, look at that. So it's a double hit. Now you can't use a normal monitor with the CPC, right? You have to use the monitor it came with, right? Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought that, I guess it came packaged. It didn't come without a monitor, right? I thought it was one of those weird things where, like, the power supply was inside the monitor or something like that. But I might be thinking of a different classic system. I thought it was Coleco released a computer here in the States called the Atom, and the power supply was inside the printer. And so if the printer died, you know, you were out of luck. That was a really poor design choice. Oh, that's cool. That's the thing that really is kind of puts me off from buying a whole lot of classic computers, is that there's not really a reliable way to get a good, clean video capture signal out of it. And I'd wanna make some recordings. Okay. I must have been thinking about something different. Oops. I wonder how many lives I've got left here. 2 guys. I used to be so much better at this game. But I think the next Amigathon that we're going to do, well, it won't be an Amigathon, it'll be a just a retro gaming marathon at Christmas time, and it'll be a fun thing. We'll handle it the same way. People can request games, and we'll play some games we want to play. Oh, and how did I think I missed my shot? I think I know what I need to do. There. Oh yeah, all the time. There are many games that I played as a youth that I still enjoy, but I'm fully willing to admit that it's nostalgia talking, not the game actually being good. This is probably, I don't know if this is one of those games. I mean, Capcom made some really good NES games. I mean, this is a really competent platformer. But especially like sports games. There's a game called NES Play Action Football, which is horrible, but I've just got a lot of good memories of playing that growing up. Okay, here's where I screwed up. You stand here, and that's how you take care of that. So, and then, come on, can I get over there? Oh my gosh, and I still managed to screw it up. That's all right. And then this one you just run straight. What's an example of a game like that for you, Duncan? Oh. I don't know where Pitchbot is tonight. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Is drag the chat into our window here. Sorcery Plus, eh? I have not heard of that one. Is it a, I picture it being like a wizardry type game, but I could be wrong. Oh, I guess, yeah, you can drop down. Just terrible. What type of a game is it? Is it for the Amiga? Or is it a PC game? Oh, CPC, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. This is I think I'm down to, oh, I still got 2 guys left. I guess I got some extra lives. That's good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Trying to bank up a couple extra lives here. There we go. So every 100 flowers and I think every 10 stars get you an extra life. Not exactly sure what the P power does in this game. I never bothered to look it up. If you like the DuckTales remastered, Duncan, this is on sale right now on Steam. It's only $10, and you get 6 games or whatever. It's a pretty good deal, and you get to play the the originals that inspired. Oh boy. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Yeah, people definitely have a shorter attention span than they used to. When you've got literally, an infinite number of games to play, well, that's stupid and untrue, but a very large amount of of games to play. Man, that was horrible. Jeez, the hitboxes for those spikes are very tight. Okay, I got... This guy is just... Luckily, his hitbox is pretty generous. Just kind of hit the outside of his knee and do him in. Anytime you're in a sewer, you know you're gonna be in for a hard slog. There's no good times in the sewers. Oh. Definitely need that. I don't know where Pishbot and the gang are. You know. Pishbot he's rarely late for a Friday free-for-all. Of course, we didn't record last week. Did we? Well, I can't even remember. Everything's running. I guess last week was the Amigathon, so I didn't do a free-for-all. I did kill myself trying to get ready for the Amigathon. Oh my gosh, that squirrel is just... And there's no checkpoints, I don't think, on these later levels, so we'll see how far I get. Yeah, I was actually really surprised at how well it went, from a logistics perspective and also from a, like, personal perspective of really, you know, not... I was tired at the end, but I wasn't worn out, and I wasn't totally burnt out, you know. I could have gone on, for sure. It really helped having a rotating cast, too. You know, John Marshall was here for the first part, and then Brent came in, and then Chad helped us close it out, so that was really handy. So it wasn't just Aaron and I for the full 12. That's great. I'm glad you were able to stick around and watch it. Oh. We appreciated having people in the chat, too. It was really nice. Nope, after it was done, that was it. Dreamcatcher transferred the funds, and we kind of put it to bed. But 715 pounds, you know, not bad. Was very pleased with that amount. And of course, I especially enjoyed watching Aaron getting the pie in the face. Something tells me that if we do it again next time, I'm going to end up with the pie. Oh. This is the first really tricky stage in the game. You're dealing with these fans that blow you back. Oh, you gotta hit those just right. These guys will actually throw blocks back at you if you're not careful. Yeah, he chose it because it was, there was the original story of Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish contacting Amiga for a terminally ill boy that really wanted a 1200, and he was doing it in the spirit of that. When we do it again, we're going to be using probably one of the more tech-friendly sites that give us some more up-to-date information about being able to track donations and stuff. We were doing it in an incredibly unsophisticated way, but what's it called? Extra Life. It's another kids charity. probably use that just because they've got a lot of really streamer-friendly tools. When people donate, we can set it up to where their name appears on the screen, like, in a cool way, automatically, without me having to update a lot of stuff manually. That was really the worst part, was just taking care of that stuff, but it really wasn't even that bad. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh. These freaking thumbtacks are the worst. Oops. I really wanted to, it's funny, I wanted to play Genesis tonight, but I can't find an emulator that will run in full screen and works with OBS. Like, and the default size of the screen in the emulator was super small. So, I'm gonna have to keep looking for another solution for that. I was going to play Sonic, but I'll be playing some Sonic Mania in 10 days or so. So this stage is really tricky. You've kind of got to always have a block in your hand and just kind of ride it home. It's very much like a Mega Man stage, like Metal Man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, okay. Nice thing about those guys is they clear the way for you. Sonic Mania is a brand new game. It is a brand new game in the style of the classic Sonic games. In fact, I believe the story is that they hired some people that were making fan-made levels to actually create the levels. And it's just supposed to be fantastic. So, I'm looking forward to that. I may also pick up the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, too. Play through some of those games. So I guess, did you play any of the, you didn't have any of the, did you have a Genesis or anything? Did you really play a lot of Sonic or anything like that back in the day? It's hard for me, because, you know, being an American, the consoles were just so pervasive. Oh, I need that star! Oh, they really, they plan that to try and trick you. Oh, and that guy's stupid hat. What are we doing life-wise? 3 lives? I guess it depends on what kind of game you're into. You know, if you like platforming games like this, then you are going to be much better served with a console. No doubt about it. But if you like strategy or mouse-driven games or first-person shooters, it's the PC is your bag for sure. Especially, you know, thinking about the retro gaming scene. Of course, now everything is everywhere, so Yeah, it's funny because I never had a PlayStation 1. I went straight from an N64 to a PlayStation 2. So I kind of missed out on the whole Tomb Raider thing. I haven't really played a lot of third-person adventure games. Maybe Skyrim counts, or, you know, the Elder Scrolls games, but those are a different sort of thing. This is the trickiest part of the whole game, and I just blew it. If I can get past that one guy with the gun, then I'm in good shape. It's literally, that's the trickiest part of the whole game. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Any little thing I can get that'll help me. Okay, here we go. We're approaching it again. You know, I never thought to do that before, but that's like just throw it out in front of me and run. Shows you how long it's been since I've played this game. Hey Treyguard, how's it going? Alright, last guy. Fat cat. Oh boy, that's not doing me any favors. Really, Fat Cat's kind of a lame boss. Alright, got an achievement. You guys can't see that on your screen, but I got an achievement for beating the game without rewinding, which, you know, you can rewind in the with the Disney Afternoon Collection, and of course getting the achievement for beating the game. Man, Wales sounds awesome, Treyguard. Every time I hear about Wales, it just seems like the best place in the world. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks. Alright. Just check out some of these. Got no border. Border, screen, full screen. Original. Seems like we'd want to go full screen. Wide is no good, of course. The TV filter. I'm not a big fan of the monitor filter. I'll take that off. See what the TV filter looks like. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like a TV. Alright. Yeah, TV filter basically just, it emulates a CRT, so you get some flickering and some fuzziness. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Let's have a look at Tailspin from 1991. Actually, I want to go back and do this. I've got Time Attack. So this is, I guess... Oh, there's a race. Watch. Okay, all. There we go. So I guess you can watch full playthroughs of this thing. We might not watch a whole one, but let's see what this looks like. I'm kind of interested. Yeah, he's moving. That's a cool feature that they add in. See, I like this when they do these remakes and they add compelling features for you to pay. Like, you know, I want to pay. You know, this game was not expensive. I mean, you get 6. I think there's 6 games in this collection, and it's on sale for $10. So it's really not like you're paying a lot. But when they add in these sort of value adds, it's nice. I should have timed myself, or I should have been doing the time attack all along. Maybe next week on the free-for-all, I'll do a time attack and get my name on the leaderboard, since I know I can make it through it. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. How do I exit this now? There we go. Oh wow, so here we go. Okay, so I really don't want to do this right now, though. Let's see what this race is all about. Oh, I see. It basically gives you the ghost data of other people, and then watch. Okay, well that's neat. Let's check out the boss rush. There's a leaderboard on this too. Wow. Okay. Yeah, me too. It's actually, I think it's like late 80s, early 90s, which is, I mean, exactly when this came from. This was, I mean, I was the perfect age to enjoy the Disney afternoon. In fact, my friends and I actually had a Disney afternoon club that we used to, I don't know what we used to do exactly. I guess we used to just talk about Disney afternoon, but it was a huge thing. In '89, I was 8 years old, so I mean, I was the perfect age for this sort of thing. Yeah, Saved by the Bell is right. This is really cool. I enjoy the boss rush. I am on record. To lure this guy out for a double. Oh. If you do that right, you can hit him twice. This is not going to be my best time. A lot of these guys I never went up against just because they're in stages that I don't normally use on my route. This guy, oh boy. At least you get unlimited lives too. Man, he is tricky. It's a lot of lightning raining down from him. The idea is you want to do that and hit him twice. Well, I guess you can't, so never mind. I thought that was the idea. The idea is I die multiple times. Man, this guy is crazy. So much harder than the rest of the bosses in the game. I guess. Well, this is the game for you because there is a DuckTales game. There is a Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck was a little bit later, I guess. He wasn't part. Maybe he was part of the original Disney Afternoon. And of course, Tiny Toons and Animaniacs were they're Warner. But, and those games are not nearly as good. But, I'd love to watch Animaniacs again. I bet that still holds up. Oh my gosh. I'm also kind of curious to see what this boss's name is, because it's definitely not Fat Cat, even though he's a cat and he's like in a casino. Casino Cat. Why am I not surprised? Look at my times. Green Grouper really did me bad. Oh, that was sneaky. $334. Boy, the world record is 51 seconds. 353rd place. I bet I can do better. Do it again. Oh, Addams Family is much better. There's no question about that. This game is fun for what it is, but there's no secret areas. The charm is not there. There's none of the charm. Sometime on a Friday Free for All, we'll take a look at the different ports of the Addams Family, and look and see how they're different. Of course, the Super Nintendo, Amiga, and Genesis versions are all the same. The Genesis version and the Amiga version are... No, sorry, the Super Nintendo version and the Genesis version are more alike, just because they have multi-button controller support, extra weapons and things. But I can't remember what the music is like for the Genesis version. It's been too long. This is the guy that really did a number on me last time. Let's see if we can make quick work of him. And no, there will be no quick work made. The Super Nintendo was a custom chip that was more powerful, I believe, than a stock 68,000. But it's really hard to tell. And of course, the Genesis had, I think the Genesis just had a plain old 68,000 in it. You know, you got to remember that the Amiga's power didn't come really from the processor. It was the coprocessors, the Denise and the Paula or whatever. I get the Atari chips and the Amiga chips mixed up. Maybe we'll take a look at the, I don't know, I really just need to find a good... I was really in the mood to play Genesis today, and I just need to find a good... Treygar, do you know of another Genesis emulator besides Fusion? Man, I couldn't have done that any worse. Okay, so that was better. Alright, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, guys. I will be back. Let's see. All right, thanks guys. Hey, what do you think of my my background here? I put some of my arcade marquees up. I just kind of liven it up back there a little bit. It's a shame that the what I'd really like to have are some neon signs. I think that would look really cool. These marquees are actually backlit, but they look too washed out on the camera when I light them up. Let me look around here a little bit. Let's see, this one. Yeah, I was looking at regen. This doesn't look promising. It looks like well, you got you know, the newest version says Pentium 4 or up, which leads me to believe that it has not. I guess it's last been modified in 2016. What the heck? We'll try it. All right. I love this music too. It's like remixed Chip and Dale tunes. Let's listen to a little bit of, and of course they've got this. Well, oh, I guess you got to back out one more, and then go here to the gallery. Some cool Capcom Craze Club poster. I wouldn't be surprised if I rode away for stuff like that. Alright, let's see. I don't know. Like I said, that DuckTales game, it didn't really review that great. So, I don't know. That's a neat. That's a neat poster. I like that Japanese. Going back up on your thing there, Treyguard, I started getting into Lazy Game reviews, and boy, he's really awesome. I like him a lot. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this for right now. See if I can make any progress on our Genesis emulator. I guess what I should do is go into Steam and look in the store and just see if they have a Sega Genesis collection. I think they do. Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics. Oh, okay, this is not what you want, because this is you have to buy the games individually, I guess. I don't know. Let's try Sega. Because I've already got this thing in my yeah. I've already got this Sega official Sega emulator, the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics thing, but I'm pretty sure that I don't want to pay what these ROMs cost. I don't understand why they can't just charge you $1 a ROM. Like, that's like $3 to play Echo Jr., $5 to play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I mean, who's kidding who with this? Since I'm in Steam, oh yeah, I wonder if the let's take a look at this Mega Man collection here. It's Capcom Publisher Weekend, I guess, on Steam. So yeah, that's still too much. That 6 games for $15 that are all basically Mega Man. You know, it's got mixed reviews on Steam. But I don't know. Is he really the voice of Scrooge McDuck? Why don't we play a little bit of MAME? And I should have this configured correctly to where I'm going to try my luck with this Wii Classic Controller gamepad again. There's a new DuckTales show? Is that what you said? Oh, the new DuckTales series. I don't know, Nagzir, I'm sorry. I totally wasn't following. Wait, I thought you were still talking about the old game, not the, or I mean the new-ish game. Sorry. Is the new series good? See if we can... Okay, cool. I think I need to do though is do that. Okay. Okay, I think this is set. So let's go ahead and play a round of Tapper just to get warmed up. That sounds cool. I wonder if it's going to be a like if it's going to be on Netflix or how it's going to be distributed. Have you heard anything about that? I didn't see I was updating my live thing. You guys are gonna have to help me. You'll never get there in time. Sorry. Maybe one day when the chat is able to actually be in real time. That's true. Oh, that's death. Maybe this will be a kickoff, thing with the Disney streaming service. I wonder if they're going to wait. I guess they did a 2-year deal with Netflix, but I read that they are going to discontinue that. It's not because of YouTube, it's every chat service. Or I mean, not every chat, but I mean every streaming service. Just because of its nature, I guess. Like, even the pros, like the guys on the Twit network or whatever, that have the best of the best equipment and network and everything, like they're still, they still have a delay on their chat. So why it is that you can have Skype chat with no delay, but streaming you can't, I guess it has to do with the way that YouTube works, or the way that any kind of streaming service works. Things are getting hairy, guys. Nope, that guy's gonna ring me up. I don't think that they are, Knack. I think that they're going to take the Marvel universe and the Disney universe, and of course they're owners of ESPN and ABC and all those properties, and they're going to combine them into their own sort of Netflix, and you'll have to pay another $10 subscription a month. I thought I had it. Oh, so close. Well, I think that that's always a concern. But everybody wants their own piece of the pie, and if, you know, Disney has a streaming, you know, they've got a back catalog that's strong enough, because even right now, there's a, you know, you can't get all the Disney movies on demand. There's like Mulan 2 and stuff like that, you know. But if Disney had a service that was $10 a month, and it was every Disney movie and every Disney series and every Disney cartoon, plus all the Marvel stuff, plus ESPN, I mean, that's compelling. More compelling, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really watch a lot of stuff on Netflix just because I feel like I've watched all the content that I'm interested in. But what I'm into is different than what other people are into, so. Well, that was our Tapper game. So I'm glad that my Wii, this is my Wii Classic controller. It definitely works. It just doesn't work with that stupid Genesis emulator that I wanted it to. So I don't like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Disney also owns that too. So think about the Disney catalog, the Star Wars catalog, all the Star Wars spin-off stuff, you know, all that stuff on one network. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. You know what I'd love to see are some of the old Disney live action stuff from like Wonderful World of Disney, like the nature series and things like that, or the old tours of the park. I love all that 60s stuff. That would be really, really cool to do. But to be honest, I mean, if this thing is $10 a month, I mean, you're right. Stuff does add up. but I still think that people are not really into pirating video like they were into pirating music. You're still dealing with too many unknowns. You're dealing with how to play it back on your TV. Because a lot of people, you know, they like the convenience of just having their Roku or whatever box they've got. Yeah, I'm right with you. I'd love to see, you know, the instructional, like mock instructional things, like the Goofy goes skiing and all that stuff. Boy, this is a heck of a volley here. There's a new Windjammers coming out also that I'm looking forward to. Unfortunately, I think it's only going to be on PS4, but if it ever gets released on the Windows, I would be interested in it. Oh. Man, for being the first guy, this guy's kind of doing me harm. Oh, that's my bad. Treyguard, those are real bricks behind me, so if you're not convinced by real bricks, I don't know what you'd be convinced by. That's the outside of my house. Oh, I see what you mean. If not, it's very convincing. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Come to life. Give me just a second here.
Round one.
There we go. See, I'm playing a little bit of Windjammers. Alright, let's get back into it. Have I played this with you guys on here before? Oh, I am, I guess I've already re-entered the game here. Oh. Yeah, this is not a green screen background today. This is the real deal. I was telling Knack about I was tired of just having nothing back there. I can't remember. Maybe you were here, Treyguard. I don't know. I can't remember. But I put some of my marquees up. So I'm doing really horribly at Windjammers right now. I think I need to pick a different person. All right. I'll be this guy, Mr. Italian. How long ago I played Windjammers? It's probably been about a month or so. I can't remember exactly, but this is one of my all-time favorite arcade games. It's like Supersonic Pong, and of course, it's even more fun to play with two people. But the single-player component's pretty good. I'll get up. All right. So have you guys eaten any interesting food lately? If you had any quintessentially British food, like, I don't know, in the States we always think about like Bubble and Squeak, or like Kippers and something. Toad in the Hole. Oh yeah, that's the best use of a pie there is putting Raspbian on there and doing the retro pie thing. Oh boy, he won that one fair and square. Yeah, there you go. Fry up. I've heard about those before. We don't get black pudding here too often. Boy, I lost again to the first guy. I'm gonna go with G. Scott for expert. I don't know that I've ever had black pudding, actually. Do you go to an authentic fish and chips place, ZR? Like, where they wrap it up in the newspaper and all that stuff? I don't even know if they really do that or not. But in America, that's what, in our minds, that's what they do. Really? Did you enjoy it, Mac? Yeah, Treyguard, I don't know if if black pudding would pass customs or not. When I lived in England, there were chip shops, but they were mostly like doner kebabs and like they still had fish and chips, but it was not, you know, like the main star. But I love a good kebab. Boy, guys, this is not my typical Windjammers performance. I must be really out of practice. My favorite thing about Papa John's pizza is the butter sauce that you can dip the crust in. I love that stuff. All right, today's not my day for Windjammers, apparently, so we're done with that. Let's see. Any MAME games you guys want to see? I'll fire up something real quick. And then you can tell me what you'd like. They normally comes, like, there's two things that you get whenever you get Papa John's pizza. You get the butter sauce, and you get the peppers. Like they're not jalapeno peppers. They're like banana peppers, but there's like an Italian name for them that's not banana pepper that I can't think of. It's like peppuccino or something like that. But anyway, that's... If you don't get that, you don't get Papa John's. Oh boy, I hit the wrong button. I set that up perfectly. Maybe, I mean, but it's like garlic dip, but it's like garlic butter, right? Comes in like a flat thing and all that stuff. I don't know, or I mean, like a small cup. Again, it's my fault, Treyguard. Sorry. I always forget when I'm switching games to because I've got to do a whole new thing in OBS. So do this and okay. There we go. That's alright, I wanted an excuse to reset this anyway. Yeah, that's it. The garlic dip. It's like garlic butter. I don't know, we call it garlic butter. But they may have a different name for it over there. You guys Mr. Do fans at all? This is a shared pleasure that Aaron and I both like. This is exactly where our taste in gaming overlap, is with the Do series. The most recent typically American food I've had, well, you know, it depends on what you call American food. Like, America, as you know, has no real culture of its own. We just have, like, whatever culture that people have brought here with us. And so, like, yesterday I had Italian food. I had a really good lasagna combo with linguine, and it was superb. And I had that, had the leftovers for lunch today, and they were super awesome. But I guess I don't eat a lot of hamburgers anymore since I do the low carb thing. Although I did have some bread with my Italian food, but I guess I had a hot dog the other day at the Winfield High School band picnic. I'm the director of the middle school band, but I always like to go over to the high school picnic in the summer, end of the summer, and see my old students. Oh my gosh, I just timed that just a little bit off. Lasagna and chips, huh? I've never had lasagna and, as we would say, fries before. Yeah, I still teach every single day. That's my day job. As much as I wish it was playing Amiga and doing the podcast. That's what I do. In fact, our second day of class was today. So, let's do a little bit of Pac-Land. This time I will not forget to do that. Yeah, band is awesome. You know, I really 100% totally really love my job. It's a rare thing to be able to say that, and I'm glad I can. All right, here we go. Trip 1. I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay. It's a weird thing. So you've got this game is entirely button controlled. Yeah, my summer holidays are over, unfortunately. But I'm glad to go back to school. Going back to school is always an exciting time because being a band director, this is the big part of the year for us is being in the marching band. You know, my kids, we have a little marching band and play at the football games, the American football games, and getting ready for that. We play a bunch of like pop tunes and stuff like that, and the kids really enjoy it. And it's a great way to get them excited about playing their instruments again at the beginning of the year. So. Yeah, this is a strange game. The music sounds somewhat familiar too. It seems like I've heard it somewhere else, but I don't know where. Whoa, okay. Odd. Very strange game. Okay. I just wanted to see what would happen if you touched one of those guys. You die. almost want to try and ride one of those guys like a Super Mario 2 boss. This is really lazily coded. Like, I mean, this looks like a Flash game or something. Like, there's no texture in the trees at all or anything. That doesn't mean I'm not going to stop playing it, because I'm definitely going to play it again. Let's see. Why don't we look at trip number 3? Okay. They obviously don't want you to do that. Oh boy. This is going to be one of those weird trampoline sequences. I'm not getting the height that I need to clear that. Okay, maybe we have seen the last of Pac-Land. Did you guys think about something that you wanted to see arcade-wise? I have full confidence that you can draw better than that game. I guess we can always go back to one of my favorites. Did you mention a driving game, Nick? Let me... I'm going back. I don't see anything here. We'll do a little City Connection next. This is a driving game. It's a 2D driving game. Have you guys seen this before? The best driving game? Well, I mean, it's hard to quantify. Like, this is probably my favorite sit down and play. It's not really a racing game though. Like, I've got like new games like Project Cars. I mean, I could stream some Project Cars if you wanted to see that. But as far as like classic racing games, I don't know. I mean, I've got all the consoles and I've got all the ROMs and everything, so all legally obtained, of course. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to play. Oh man, gotta grab that balloon. The balloon's great. Knight Rider game, eh? Let's see what we got here. Quit this. Is that what you're using on this? How is the so there's a nice live streaming experience on the iPad on YouTube. I always wonder how that works on the mobile platforms. So here we go. Here's some classic in the correct aspect ratio action. Oh shoot, I messed it up. Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've never played this before. I do need to probably configure my inputs. Almost done. Sorry. Okay. So we got mission or drive. I guess we'll try mission first. Hello, Michael. Kit. Davon makes his money. I'm gonna update our thing real quick. Oh boy, I don't know if there is the, I guess it's probably this one. Really? I don't even recall there being a Knight Rider 2000. Is that a game or a show or both? If you're going to San Francisco. Night, Treyguard. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm guessing this is where we just spec out everything. So. Okay. All right. Wow. Man, he is jumping all over the place. Oh, maybe that's because... Okay, yeah, so B is jump. It's like a first-person bump and jump. Nice music, though. Is that music coming through okay? Oh. I got guns, lasers, and missiles, but I don't have any of those other things. Pretty faithful to the show. Out of my way, car. I guess you can't blow up cars. Well, I'll tell you this. This is better than Outrun on the Amiga. Yeah. we got a little bit of a radar here on the right side. Oops. Okay. My shield's gone. Okay, let's try. Okay, I guess you only get one upgrade at the beginning, so. Yeah, the computer world is filled with a long bad stretch of road that is filled with bad outrun ports. It's kind of like Road Blasters too, I guess. Same basic concept. This could even be a Road Blasters clone. So I'm collecting these letters, but I'm not quite sure what they do. Missile gun. Oh yeah. Hook me up with that. Now I've got the power. Yeah. The perspective's a little skewed, I think. Especially when you consider that Kit normally rides pretty low to the ground, not, 20 to 30 feet above the ground. Boy, the missile gun, I'm not fully convinced about that. Alright, that's it for me. So that's cool, Knight Rider. I want to check out another game that I haven't played in a really long time. Let's see, it's called... Let me just change one thing on here real quick. Oops. I'm sure you haven't heard of this because you didn't have a, you weren't much of a console guy. But one of the first games for the NES was called Rad Racer. And, you might recognize that developer, Square. This is pre-Final Fantasy Square. So you got either your 328 or your F1. So this is your this is an early game. I want to say this is like, well, they might have even had the date on there, maybe 86. And this game actually came with a pair of 3D glasses, and there was a 3D mode you could play in. So immediately, this game is already doing a better job at giving you a sense of speed, unlike Rad Racer. Of course, this doesn't have the shooting mechanics and other things to worry about, but it's still pretty impressive. Made it the first checkpoint. Yeah, it is. It's very fast. Oh, that's no good. I was really doing well, too. You know, the problem with this sort of thing is the cars just kind of appear on screen without warning. And sometimes it's hard to get out of the way. And they really bump you around. I mean, you can see how this guy's just really taking me to town here. Oh, come on. Come on. We'll try another round in the F1 machine. See if... Oh my god, I see. I was so close to that. Alright. We're doing it again. Not much music to speak of course, but... I mean, for somebody that was coming off of... I mean, if you think about it, you know, in the States... The last thing to really come out before the NES was the Atari 5200. And if you play pole position on 5200 versus Rad Racer, I mean, there's no comparison in terms of the sense of speed that one would give you over the other. Not to mention the pole position, it's not a great game. It's not a great racing game. Even though it's the first in a lot of ways. Yeah, I did terrible that time. Let me just reset this real quick. Okay. F1 machine. Yeah, it was, you know, it was partly the abilities of the console itself, but a lot of it was just there were just some really excellent programmers that, you know, they didn't cut corners. They were all about polish. And they were all about, you know, providing like an enjoyable gaming experience. It's a different mindset than a lot of the European and American developers in the computer scene, where, you know, sometimes because of the fact that they were, you know, small teams or whatever, they would have to cut corners, and they were always trying to, you know, a lot of these guys were just trying to shop their games to publishers, and this just Japanese mindset was just different at that time. I wonder, let me reset this again. I want to see if I can play a different course. No. Alright, we'll do this one more time. If I don't make it, then that'll be it for the free-for-all. I did really well that first time. I was actually shocked at how well I'd done. I just barely didn't make that next checkpoint. See? Come on, get me there. Get me there. There it is. Got it. This is barely squeaked by. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather be distracted by the chat than be sitting here playing games by myself. You guys are why I do the free-for-all. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing something dumb like cleaning my house, doing laundry. Oh, man. Man, this is great. Music's kicked in. Unfortunately, I've only got 3 seconds until death. Yeah, I know I'm not going to make it. Again. Man, right there. All right, I'm doing it again. Oh my gosh. I was going so freaking fast there. This is you've got to get me to the next checkpoint game. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we might try Rad Racer again in the future. I know I can make it to that second checkpoint, but anyway, Knack, thanks for hanging out with me this evening. If you're still awake in a couple hours, we'll be doing the podcast, so you can tune in for episode 108, Midnight Resistance. So, see you later.